The Tata Technologies IPO set several records over the three-day period. Record applications, subscription of 70 times. The Tata Technologies listing that happened earlier today was a blockbuster. To use a film metaphor, you can say a brilliant first day, first show. To talk to us more about this is Mr. Warren Harris. He's the CEO of Tata Technologies. Mr. Harris, welcome to us.
Thank you for the opportunity to speak to you, Tushar.
So first reactions on the listing.
Well, we're incredibly humbled by the response of the markets. I think it's a testament to the company that we built, the value proposition that we represent, but it's also a reinforcement of the trust that exists in the Tata brand.
Okay.
And so we're very, very gratified.
Okay. Were you expecting this response? 500 rupees, the IPO price. At the top, what we have seen so far is 1,400 rupees. That's about a 180% jump. Were you expecting that?
Well, the banks had suggested that we were going to generate a lot of interest, but I think this has exceeded all of our expectations.
Okay. Would you like to comment on some of the large investors that may have come in through the QIB or the NI route? Any picture on that?
Well, all I'll say is that in building the book and in soliciting the feedback from the roadshow, we were really, really pleased with the quantum commitment that we received from investors, but also the quality of commitment from the investment community. You know, not only did we receive commitments from blue chip institutions here in India, but we received them globally and from all sectors of the financial markets. So again, a tremendous testament to the company and to the Tata brand.
All right. Listing is done. Now, what can your investors and shareholders expect from you in terms of earnings? Are you going to give a growth guidance? Are you going to spell out your order book? What can investors expect from you here on, at least, say, for example, in the next 6 months?
You know, it's a fair question, but as a group, we do not provide guidance in terms of revenue or indeed margins. You know, we will share with the investors our strategy. We'll share with investors the key wins. We'll share the opportunities that we expect to intersect with, and obviously we'll be completely transparent in terms of financial results. So we'll provide, we believe, the basis on which all investors will be able to make good, sound decisions going forward.
Okay. You are unique in a niche segment of the ER&D space itself. You own the entire ecosystem from the drawing board to the showroom floor of a product, of an automobile that is there. How do you see in comparison to your competition, how do you see the growth coming in? I'm speaking in the sense because KPIT, which is very close to your campus in Pune, so they have guided for 37% year-on-year growth in constant currency terms. LTTS also gives a guidance, as well as Tata Elxsi also gives a guidance. Sorry, LTTS gives a guidance. So, are you going to be industry matching, or do you think you're going to exceed these growth numbers?
Well, if you look at the growth rates from KPIT and LTTS, there's an inorganic component to their growth rates. You know, I think organically, I think our growth rates are going to be comparable with what's expected from the market. And to your point about our value proposition, you know, we are a very different company than many of our competitors here in India. For instance, we're not an India out company. You know, our focus is on, as you say, the end-to-end coverage of the automotive and aerospace value chains. We have a reputation in terms of being able to develop full turnkey products. That requires a balanced onshore-offshore proposition. You know, when you're entrusted to develop a complete vehicle, a complete electric vehicle, for instance, you've been entrusted with the family jewels of that manufacturing company. And so customer intimacy is very important to us. And so we expect to continue to build out capabilities in different parts of the world, as well as continue to invest in offshore locations like India. So we're a different company when it comes to competition. We're not just competing with the Indian ESPs. We're competing with the German and the French and the North American ESPs. And we think that this balance between onshore
of yours, VinFast. So the company listed in August through a SPAC in the US. Their share price is down 90% since then, as of now, as of today or recently. So is there going to be a material impact on Tata Technologies given that it's one of your key clients?
Well, VinFast is a great company. They're a company that was launched in 2016. They built a manufacturing facility through reclaimed land from the South China Sea. They built two top hats on the BMW 5 Series platform and achieved a market-leading position in Vietnam by 2019. And they've invested now in 4 electric vehicles that they are selling in different parts of the world. I think there's been a great deal of volatility in the EV space as it pertains to the financial markets, and certainly VinFast have been the victim of that. But we believe in the company. We believe in the partnership. We fully expect to continue that partnership after the completion of the 2 vehicles that we're currently responsible for. I think there will be some volatility in terms of the relationship because I think VinFast, like all new energy vehicle companies, once they've completed the development of a collection of vehicles, their focus is going to pivot towards building those vehicles and selling those vehicles. But they're building out manufacturing capacity in North America. That will require that they continue to invest in growing the portfolio. We fully expect to be part of that.
All right. Finally, a last question. What can we expect as the next big thing from you that makes you stand apart, or the next big thing from you, as so to speak?
Well, I think if you look at the opportunities that we are targeting right now, we're continuing to develop our capabilities in support of how the automotive industry is pivoting towards autonomous, connected, electrification, and shared. So that will continue to dominate, I think, our focus in terms of investment and in terms of skill building. But aerospace is going to be a big part of our future. We've been impaneled by Airbus. We've been opening offices in Toulouse and Hamburg, which is a complement to the office that we have close to Bristol in the UK. We've been rolling out the IT systems, going through the accreditations that are required in the aerospace industry. It's a very regulated industry. But we really think that revenues not only will start to flow this fiscal year as we move towards the end of Q4, but as we go into next year, aerospace revenues will grow somewhat exponentially. And that will be reinforced by the investments that the group are making. The acquisition of Air India, the procurement of 470 single aisle and wide body aircraft will provide tailwinds for us that we expect to intersect with.
All right. Thank you so much for talking to us, Mr. Harris. Congratulations again on the listing and all the best for the future.
Thanks, Trusha. Much appreciated.
Thank you.
Thank you.